So my name is John Sutton, and I'm here today, number one, as a concerned parent of 4 Oldham County graduates, and for 8 of my 16 grandchildren who are, have, or will be attending Oldham County schools. And secondly, I'm also here representing as Vice President of Americans United for Separation of Church and State for Kentucky. In addition, I'm also on the Board of Directors of the Freedom from Religion Foundation for Kentucky, both national organizations. Americans United is the only national organization dedicated to solely to defending the separation of church and state and protecting the foundational American principle of freedom of religion, including the right to believe or not believe for all. And I'm here advocating for the integrity of public education, the constitutional separation of church and state, and the inclusive values that serve all families in Oldham County. The group known as LifeWise Academy, a conservative Baptist affiliated organization, is proposing a program to provide moral education to students during the school day with parent permission at an off-campus location. On the surface, this may seem like a harmless voluntary program, but I urge you to look deeper. The proposal carries real and lasting implications for our public schools, our students, and the core constitutional principles that guide our democracy. First and foremost, our public schools must remain neutral on matters of religion. That is not an opinion, that is a constitutional mandate. When a religious group is given access to students through the school day, even with parental consent, it blurs the line between education, public education, and religious indoctrination. This creates a slippery slope where one's group theology is given implicit legitimacy and privilege over others. Second, this proposal threatens equity and inclusion. What happens to the students who don't attend these programs, those from different religions, backgrounds, or even secular families? They may be left behind socially or academically during that time. They may feel excluded, or quite frankly, worse. They may feel pressure to conform just to fit in. Public schools should never create environments where students feel divided among religious lines. Third, let's talk about priorities. Our schools are already under tremendous pressure to meet academic standards and address student mental health and ensure every child is prepared for a rapidly changing world. Is carving out time from an already limited school schedule for outside religious programming really the best use of educational hours? This is not opposing religion. It's about keeping public education public, inclusive, evidence-based, and welcoming to every child regardless of their family beliefs or non-beliefs. If LifeWise or any other religious groups wants to offer programming, they are welcome to do so after school, on weekends, or through their own institutions, not during the public school day. We must be vigilant when well-funded, well-organized religious groups attempt to quietly insert their worldview into our public institutions, no matter how politely or permission-based their approach may seem. And that is exactly what these folks are trying to do. So in closing, I ask you to stand with the Constitution, education, and integrity.
Okay, your 3 minutes is up, sir.
Okay, cool.
Thank you,
All right.
Mr.
I want to thank you, and if you had
much.
any questions, I'd be willing to answer those regarding our involvement in Kentucky through the Americans United for the separation of church and state.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.